Good evening, everyone. So in the last video, we talked about the Command Console. And just a refresher here, Command Console was going to be for the Zifnu Rocket Kit. It's basically a companion product in the prototyping stages at the moment. And the idea is this would be connected either via a serial connection or more likely wirelessly to the Zifnu Rocket. You would use this to control the color and other options on the Zifnu Rocket itself. So breadboarded a little example circuit here, just give you an idea of what I was talking about, and also just as a proof of concept. So in this case, I have the main PCB, which is a development board from the Zifnu Rocket Kit. I'm using that to power everything on the PCB off of the boost regulator circuit, so it gives me a constant 5-volt output. We have a few WS2812Bs up here, and I didn't mention that during the last video, but I decided to add this on. It'll probably just be one on the Command Console, just so you can see the color that you're setting. And on the Command Console will be a 7-segment display to display the binary value. That should be converted to a decimal value for the 7 segment. In this case, I'm going to use a OLED screen just because I have it handy on my prototyping board here. The processing module is a 16F1455. It's the same microcontroller that is also on the development board. And I've just added a button and a 20K slider for input. So we'll just turn the kit on here. Probably a little hard to make out in the screen. It's also flickering a little bit on the camera, which it is not in person. But as we increase this, you'll see the value on the screen increase, and you'll see the intensity of the LEDs increase. So you can set this locally, and whatever you set it to, you hit the button to transfer it to the Rocket Kit. In this case, just the PCB. And there it is. So you can actually change the intensity, hit the button, sends it over. Now this is just one channel, this is just for the red. In the actual version of the Command Console, have a red, blue, and green slider for each, and then a button to actually send the code over. And of course you can set it to just transmit the code every few seconds if you want to, every 100th of a second. For instance, if we just hold this down, you'll see it'll follow, which can clean up that code a bit more. Now ideally you wouldn't be using infrared for this, be using a wireless transmitter and receiver, and that'd give you a little better speed as well. I just had the infrared handy, it's already on the board, so I thought it'd be a good thing to use for this proof of concept. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good evening.